You know when we said we'd do one more season of gunning for the top because we wanted to win stuff? It's not going according to plan. Hello and welcome to episode 27 of Gunning for the Top. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two home games. First home game is against Fenerbahce in the Champions League Group F, and then against West Ham in the Premier League. So, since you were last with us, we've been on a bit of a precocious run. The last time you were with us, I think, was the first two games of the season, an 8-4 win against Liverpool. You'll see from the league table they've turned it around since then, not surprisingly. I think we caught them on the first day of the season, and whether they just didn't have, or whether they've done really well in the transfer market, I don't know. But anyway, good to get that under our belt, an 8-4 win. If you haven't seen that episode 26, go back and watch it. Go back, not now, but go back and watch it, because it's a cracking game, absolutely cracking game. And then we beat Manchester City 2-1 immediately after that. That was a good game, and Erling Haaland scoring the two goals for us. And then, actually, what I probably should have done before going through this lot, I should have actually done the transfers, because you'll see some names popping up here. But we'll do that next. Then we had a 6-2 win at home against Leeds. As you'll see, absolutely. Well, we were phenomenal in that game. 25 shots, 13 of which were on target. Shame we didn't score more, really, but an XG of 4.22, so we excelled that. 55% of the possession. Kessie after 14 minutes, Haaland after 33, 48 and 62, so he scored a hat-trick. Guerrero scoring a worldie of a free kick. We brought him on. Well, let's have a quick look at that, because I think it may go down as either the goal of the season or goal of the month, one or the two. Here he is, look, punished, absolutely punished. Fantastic goal from him. And then Kowalski wrapping it up after, in injury time basically, and their consolation goal coming from Rodriguez when they were already 3-0 down. Oh yes, sorry, there was two. I want to show you this as well, because this is bizarre. This is really bizarre. I think FM playing tricks, but there you go. I've seen so far in the series, I think Gabriel, he may have done it on camera, may not have done it on camera, doing a back pass to the goalkeeper and scoring an own goal. Well, he scored an own goal for Leeds. You just watch, 2 or 3 taps back. Now, you would have thought Donnarumma would get rid of that. No. Gabriel's blaming Donnarumma there, but to be honest, why not just turn and kick it upfield? Why play it back to the goalkeeper? What is the benefit? So I wasn't impressed in Gabriel at all in that situation. Luckily we won it reasonably convincingly. If that had been down to a 1-1, I would have been even more unhappy. Then we ended up with a 0-0 against Southampton, a very dour game. Not quite sure if it wasn't anything to do with the fact that we're playing lots of games together, because we had a reasonable break there. But Southampton really pretty much blocked us out of the game. We should have won that without any shadow of doubt. 1.18 on the old XG. We did have a goal disallowed after 29 minutes. Kessie on the score sheet again. They had loads of yellow cards as well. I think it's just frustration on their part, but they defended extremely well. 6 shots, 1 on target we managed to keep them to. We had 16 shots, 9 of which were on target, and we just didn't have a scoring shoes on that day, basically. So that was a bit disappointing. A 2-0 win, tidy 2-0 win against Brighton in the next game. So you can see our home form's not, yeah. And then we lost 2-1 in the EFL third round. Again, a bit of a sort of dire game, really, but we're out. So having won it for the last 2 seasons, we're not going to win it this season. As you'll see, Liverpool outmanning us here. 27 shots, 12 on target. We were struggling. 10 shots, 7 on target. And the only thing that we did have was possession. So it was a fair result, but not absolutely fantastic. Anyway, we come back again and we beat Leicester by 3-1. An Erling Haaland hat-trick on this occasion, starting with a penalty after 6 minutes and then 2 very nice goals, 21 and 89 minutes to round it off, which brings us to today's episode. As I say, 2 home games against Fenerbahce in the Champions League and then against West Ham. We'll have a look at the transfers in just a second. What we are going to do is pretty much the same as we did on the previous season, is we will have a look at all 3 teams that we play in the Champions League. So Fenerbahce on this episode, and then we will work our way through, and it'll probably be Manchester United and Shakhtar on the next episode. And then what we'll do is we'll very quickly come back for Watford, Feyenoord and Burnley as our final look at the Champions League group matches. Unless anything major happens, of course we're really fighting out and we lose and we're desperate to get through, and it's interesting. So that's how we're going to pan out. One thing I have noticed, and I don't know if you can put something down in the comments for me, it would appear that there has been invoked a winter break, because if you look at the fixture list here, it goes 29th of October, 2nd of November, 5th of November, and then we don't play again until after Boxing Day. So that's like a month and a half off. So not quite sure how it rock and rolls there. But as I say, maybe you can tell me. I think it must be something to do with that, or somewhere it will tell me. I'll have a look around. But we do run well into May this year, before the end of the season. It usually finishes around the end of April, but we run right up towards the end of May for the final games. And I hadn't really noticed that until there. So yeah, it looks like a huge winter break in here. Probably coupled up with, at the start of that, an international break, then a winter break. So a chance for everybody to refill their boots and recharge and all the rest of it. Anyway, any more to do? I know you're desperate to find out, transfer-wise, what's been going on. Let's have a quick look. We have brought in, since you were last with us, I think Kessie had come in, because he'd come in well in June, so he was there already. We have brought in Matheus Henrique. We brought him in from Grêmio, a Brazilian side. He is Brazilian, as one would guess. I think he is anyway. Are you Brazilian? Oh, I've lost him. That wasn't good, was it? Yeah, he's Brazilian. Of course he is. Let's go back to here. So as you'll see, he's played for Nacional, Eco, Grêmio, Caetano, and then he's been loaned back to Grêmio. I presume they must have bought him, doesn't actually say here. And then we've bought him in for £16 million. Let's have a closer look at him. He is currently a 4.5 star, and he's probably playing pretty much to his full ability, albeit potentially could push up to a 5. Physicals looking good, agility, stamina, acceleration on 15, balance. The only thing he hasn't got particularly is jumping reach of 8, and then his work rate and vision, anticipation, good anticipation, and then his technique is 16. First touch is 16. Not particularly fantastic finishing, but yeah, he stacks up quite well. So that is Matheus Henrique. He is our number 1 deep lying midfielder in central midfield there. He can also play defensive midfield. He's number 1 for that position, and as an attacking midfielder he is number 2 behind Kowalski. So reasonably good all-rounder. We bought him in 16 million up front. Will increase to 21 million as things go. And then we also brought in Joshua Kimmich. He came in. He's a current 4-star ability. I think he's probably 4 to 5-star. He's 27, so he's probably at the top of his thing. Again, looking good on here. Jumping reach not particularly fantastic, but he is a right defender. And yeah, stacks up quite well. Apologies about that. We had a postman at our front door and we had to go and answer it. So I do... these things happens when you're working from home, I guess, from time to time. Anyway, as we were talking about Joshua Kimmich, he can play in a number of positions as well. Mainly going to play him here probably as a fullback. He can also play as a wing back and he can play forward as well, but can also play as defensive midfielder and a midfielder in central. And as you'll see, he stacks up 4 stars pretty much all the way around there. Can also play in central defence, only a 3-star there, but generally a good all-rounder. So we like in him, and he's already made an appearance for us, as you will see, with the 7.20. I think that was in the game. We also played in the Carabao Cup, which we didn't win, but that was in the game against Leicester, I think it was. Lots of going outs, so we've been very, very busy, mainly loans. There are a couple of others going out, so we'll wind our way through these. I think most of these last with us on the 6th of the 8th. I think that's right, 6th of the 8th. So let's just go through anyway who's gone out, because I can't remember exactly where we were. Billy Vega, Hudson, Edouard, we knew he'd gone out. Eddie Nikita, he's gone to Gestafe. Marcelo Flores has gone to Hull City on loan. Joel Idaho, he's gone to Sunderland on loan. Martinelli, I think that's where we got to last time, to be fair. Martinelli, he's gone to Valencia on loan. And then we have George Lewis has gone to Start on a free transfer. Cedric has left us. He's gone to Napoli for £15 million. And then also going out on loan, we have Olad Mahand. He's gone to Sheffield Wednesday. William Saliba has gone to Parma. Runnison has gone to Werder Bremen. Charles Sago has gone to Wealdstone. Maginon has gone to Milan. I think that potentially could turn into a... Oh no, it didn't turn into a sell on loan in the end. Runnison could be £11 million transfer, possibly 13 3/4 for Saliba at the end of that as well. And then Bandera has gone to Port Vale. Jeff Coate to Kings Lynn. Alex Kirk to Wigan. Brooke Norton Cuffey has gone to Sunderland. He will join up with Idaho there. And Granit Xhaka has gone out on loan. He wasn't happy. I think we left him out of the Premier League squad and also the Champions League squad, so he wasn't going to get any game time, so he's gone out to Fiorentina, but we will look to sell him possibly in the next transfer window. So Granit Xhaka has probably seen his day here at Arsenal, as we've brought some players in over him. So that's where we are. I think it's high time that we go through to our first game of the episode and our foray into the Champions League once again. It's Champions League Group F, and we start with a home game against Fenerbahce. And you come back for the team against Fenerbahce. Leno in goal, Tierney, Luis Philippe, Jimenez and Kimmich are our defence. Marcus Henrique and Kessie in central midfield. Sancho, Kozolski and Lacazette are attacking midfield with Haaland up front, and on the bench today Donnarumma, who is injured, has been injured in training, but he's fit enough to be on the bench, not playing. Gabriel, Partey, Aubameyang, Bellerin, Guerrero and Nelson. Bellerin isn't going to be happy because he's been forced onto the bench because of Kimmich, and Bellerin, we did a lot of wheeling and dealing, and basically why we started looking for the likes of Kimmich was because Bellerin was going to move on, and then we signed a new deal with him. He decided to stay in the end, so he's not going to be happy in any manner, shape or form as things progress. But we do have the options. Bellerin could come on. Kimmich could move to the sort of central midfield role of Kessie here, and things like that, because we know that he can play in those areas. So it does up our options a little bit. Bellerin, of course, he's probably too good for being left out for too long, and Kimmich, if you look at him, he's actually not 100% either. I am tempted to rest Kimmich in place of Bellerin looking at this, and you know that I've done things like this before, and actually let's do it again. Has he actually come off? I think the away game against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League last season was a classic example. If you haven't seen that, go and watch it. I can't remember exactly what episode it is, but you'll find it. Look in the playlist on the thing, and don't forget, subscribe while you're there. Right, let's moving on. So that's our team to face Fenerbahce. We're going very attacking for this one. Need to set the marker if we can. And there we go. That is the team sheet. Through to the dressing room. Pump fists. We're favourites here, so go out there and give the fans something to cheer for. Wasn't really the team talk we were hoping for. Are you hopeful Erling Haaland carries on recent good form? I hope so. We're a better team when he plays well. Fenerbahce, a team Arsenal shouldn't have too many problems against, but are you players worried about a potential giant killing? No, if we lose, it's because they play better. You certainly seem confident. Do you think the attitude will rub off any players? My confidence is based on the fact that the team is really prepared. I think that's a fair and reasonable assumption. One loss against Liverpool showing up in our form at the moment. And no recent form for Fenerbahce. That's probably because we haven't got Turkish leagues loaded. Nothing on the table as it stands at the minute, because these are first games. And there we are, getting ready. Let's kick off. Haaland with the kick off to Henrique. Tierney to Sancho. Sancho hits Henrique. Henrique forward. And a bit of a ricochet there, and it's come off the post. Who was that? It's firing it, Lacazette firing it off the post. You would have expected him to have put that one away. So straight from kickoff, Sancho, Henrique, Haaland heads it. Lacazette gets there and fires it against the post with just about 16 seconds on the clock. That would have been our fastest goal had that come off. Still less than 2 minutes in. Tierney with a throw into Sancho. Sancho inside to Kowalski. Kowalski's hit the post now. That far post is down to give us a bit of trouble, I think. Let's just drop back to attacking and try and encourage the team. They have a throw in on the far side. Lacazette in attendance. Haaland. Oh, and they're in here. We've got to be very careful. Right across the face of goal. If somebody had been coming in then, It's gone out for a goal kick finally, but had somebody been coming in, that could well have gone in the back of the net. And Henrique is tired. Kessie has been booked, so Kessie we need to tell to calm down. We can't at the moment. That's because we've not long since encouraged them. We have a corner now. Tierney with the corner. In, come in. Lacazette can't get there. He's in attendance. Ball coming in. And Haaland heads it over the top. But I think Haaland was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted had it gone in. Have we got this back now? Can we? Yes, we have. So Kessie to calm down. And they have a free kick just inside their half. It's cut out by Sancho to Haaland, who gets tackled, but Sancho's on the follow-up. Sancho now getting in. He's had that blocked. Ramos is there. Kessie outside to Bellerin. Bellerin with a cross into Henrique. And Sancho gets his first goal for us. And it's not going to count because of an offside. Yeah. When dear, still I see. Yeah, I think I don't think Sancho was though, but it's cancelled out, and we'll go to half time with no goals on the board. 11 shots, 2 on target. They've had 2 shots, 1 on target. Not as convincing as I thought we were going to be, and this could be a very tight affair. Pointing a finger. I'm not happy with the performance. Seems to have motivated them. Maybe I didn't motivate them properly in the first half. A lot of 6.6s here, which is disappointing. Nobody on a green at the minute. I need to turn the tap on in this second half. Let's have a look. Henrique, he's not pulling the strings there in midfield, is he? Should be. Look at this, 4.5 stars. But he's not firing on. He's sharp, but he's tired as well, which I feel sure he shouldn't be. We'll run him for a little bit longer. Let's start the second half and see whether we can get into this game early on. And we're not going to. 10 minutes has gone, and yet to see a highlight. Here he is, Tierney forward to Sancho. Sancho crossing in. The goalkeeper gets there ahead of Lacazette. And there's a danger they catch us on the break, like here, and we will be in trouble. Bellerin, though, has been tackled. Bellerin comes away with the ball. They were claiming for a penalty, didn't get it. Kessie he's been robbed. But he was faffing around with the ball. Kowalski now, he's been tackled, and that a really gutsy performance by them. But Henrique gets back to win the ball. Kowalski pushes it out to Tierney. He's back in for Sancho. Sancho with the cross into the box. Lacazette heads it down to Henrique. And Henrique then passes it to Lacazette. Lacazette puts it back into the net. And his 5th goal of the season does give us a slight advantage. Probably no more than we deserve, but it's hard, really hard work. And they were unlucky because Henrique had his shot blocked and it was deflected into the path of Lacazette, and Lacazette thankfully puts that away. With just 63 minutes gone, Henrique is tired and Guerrero is going to come on for him. Familiar face in that midfield role. We know that he can play well there. And right at the minute, I'm looking for other candidates to come off. Nobody is obvious, so we'll just do that one switch for now. Cross in and cleared. Kowalski comes away. We have a break on. Lacazette out to the wide, and can Lacazette add to his score? He tried to go on the inside of him instead of the outside of him. I've been tempted to go for the post, but there you go. Guerrero with the corner, and it's headed clear. Sancho clears up, tidies up. It obviously didn't go anywhere unless we get the highlight back in a moment. But Lacazette, he's tried to beat the goalkeeper thinking he was going to go down the left side, and tried to go down the right side onto the near post. Kise now is tired, and they are out from defence. Tackled by Guerrero to win the ball back. Haaland to Kowalski. Kowalski gets tackled and the ball flicked into the penalty area, but who's this? Sancho wasn't really paying attention, I don't think. And the ball is cleared again, and they try a counter-attack, and it's gone out wide, and they do have a counter-attack on here. We are only a goal up. Ramos with the header clear. Lacazette picks it up in midfield. Lacazette now. He's bobbed it outside to Sancho, who's put it inside for Haaland, and Haaland straight at the goalkeeper. Right, we are looking to make our second change. Kessie is tired, and Thomas coming on for him. Change has been made, and I don't think we're going to get to see the corner. Lacazette, Sancho, Haaland, and he's pulled the trigger straight at the goalkeeper. No corner shown. We have kept them to 4 shots and 1 on target. Kowalski tired now, and they have a free kick headed out by Jimenez to Kowalski. Kowalski, he's on a run. Can he score on his own? No, he's a very tame shot in the end, but he's managed to get a corner out of it. We'll let the corner. Are we going to see the corner? Or are we not doing well with corners at the moment? We are going to see the corner. Guerrero with the corner. Long one this time. And just headed wide. I think that was Haaland possibly. Right. Kowalski. He's tired. So is Sancho now. But Nelson is going to come on for Kowalski. He's always a good replacement, as you know, against Paris Saint-Germain. Guerrero with another corner now. This one, a long one to Haaland, and he's gone over the top. Why do I want to keep calling him Haaland, for goodness sake? And they come out from the back, and Tierney wasn't going to get caught out by that. Sancho nearly lost the ball. He's run it along the line. He's tucked it inside to Nelson, and he's been tackled in the area. Guerrero to Bellerin. Bellerin to Jimenez. Jimenez back to Bellerin. Bellerin all the way back to Leno. Ramos to Leno. And we're going to have a rerun of the Gabriel mistake. Thomas to Haaland. Haaland finds Guerrero, and Guerrero's going to put that away for our second of the game, and we can breathe. Guerrero gets his second goal of the season. The first one was that worldy free kick you saw in the intro. Haaland, lovely through ball, and once Guerrero was clear of the defence, I think it was a reasonably foredrawn conclusion, that one. And I think it's time now for us to go down. We'll drop this to a positive, as I think we can pretty much safely say we've got 3 points on the board and we are underway. Corner coming in, and Sancho clears it. Haaland beats the defender. Is he going to score? Yes, he is. And we've made this look very late in the game. We've made this look reasonably comfortable. Haaland with his 11th goal of the season. And mistake there. And Haaland nipped in, got his foot to it. And once again, once he got past the defence, they were going to be paid a price for it. And Ramos with a header out. I think that's a throw in to Fenerbahce on that far side. And they come forward. Are they looking for a consolation? And he's pulled him down. A referee's going across for Guerrero. Hopefully it's not a yellow card. A yellow. Right. We will immediately tell him to calm down. Just thought for 1 minute there he was going to get sent off. The way the referee ran over to him. Don't see that often when you get the yellow cards. Ball comes in and that's flicked wide, thankfully. And that is the end of the game. And yeah, as you'll see, XG wise, yeah, doing anything fantastic. And then once we got the goal, it just gradually increased the pressure. And 3 goals we scored. Haaland with an 8.1, a few blue, green. Bellerin only a 6.9, but from what I saw of him, he had a good game, and that was a well done, lads. A good win for us, and sets us on our way in the Champions League, hitting the woodwork 3 times during the course of the match. Must have made the frustration watch. You begin to question it's not going to be our day. You certainly do. And there we go. Underway. Shakhtar and Feyenoord, I'm guessing, will be played tomorrow. So we'll see how they do. Borussia Mönchengladbach are beating Juventus by 1-0 in one of the other groups. And this is a hammer, Fenerbahce. I don't think it was a hammering, that's for sure. Haaland on form, so we're going to praise Haaland. Handshake. Left the line, yep. Brazil boss Tite was seen at the Emirates. Casting over Luis Felipe and Mateus Enrique, and we're going to send around to do the post-match, as we do, unless we're really grumpy and we want to get our grumpiness across. And there we go. So with all that happening, it is time to have a look at the Premier League. And as you'll see from the Premier League, because I don't think we had a look at this earlier, we are currently with 6 games played. I think everybody's pretty much played 6 games. They have indeed. We are 1 point clear of Liverpool, who, as I said, have, apart from that 1 loss against us in the first game of the season, have actually now, they are tucked in behind us, and a goal difference of 11. So they've been having some good score lines. 15 points on the board. We're top with 16 points with 5 wins and a draw to date. 13 goal difference. And yeah, Chelsea, Wolves and Tottenham are then below us as we come down. Manchester United, Newcastle. West Ham currently are in 11th. They've won 2 games against Leicester and Brighton, drawn against Southampton, and have currently lost against Sheffield United, Leeds and Manchester City with 7 points on the board. So that's our next game. West Ham in the Premier League. And here we are with the team that we are going to play against West Ham with. Donnarumma is back from his training injury. Leno goes back on the bench, but Donnarumma is back in goal. Tierney, Luis Felipe, Jimenez and Kimmich are on our defence today. Enrique and Kessie are our central midfield as they were last time. Sancho, Kowalski, Nelson comes in for Lacazette on the right hand side. Haaland up front. Leno, Guerrero, Partey, Lacazette, Gabriel, Saka and Bangamang are on the bench. Must check, see, Bellerin, I'm not quite sure why he's there. Why he's not on the bench, but there we go. Kimmich is back in. Donnarumma is not 100%, so we'll need to keep one eye on him, but he should be okay. Right, so that's the team that we will face West Ham with. Tony Mowbray is the manager at West Ham now. Pump fists, no, outstretched arms. Go out there and carry on where you left off the last match, which I think is reasonable. Absence make your job easier. Any team miss a player of his calibre. I'm focusing on what we can do rather than what they are doing. We're confident doing ourselves justice here today. So Connor will perform today. Certainly trust him. So here we are at the Emirates once again. Sancho with the corner. Nobody there. It's headed back out to him. He'll get a set and bike at the Cherry. He's fired that in low just to see if Kimmich picks up the loose ball. Jimenez tucks it into Kessie. Kessie to Kimmich. Nelson fires a shot in against the post. And a goal kick. Floated ball out. Tierney heads it down to Sancho. Sancho inside, and Kessie nearly got tackled. Very slack there. Kessie out to Sancho now. Sancho through to Haaland. Just a little bit too strong. Good idea, but Haaland wasn't onto that. Sancho picks it up inside to Henrique. Henrique beats his man, goes on and fires a shot. Diego Costa was equal to it. Andreas. Oof. And that's gone out for a goal kick. Donnarumma to Jimenez. Jimenez inside to Ramos. Ramos to Kessie. Kessie now comes forward and he's been tackled, and they've stifled our attack. Got an attack of their own, but Kimmich has equal to that. Nelson now. He's been tackled, but Kessie following up. Still attack going on, and Kessie has a shot. Puts it wide. Only 5 minutes gone on the clock. And what we haven't got down here is the latest scores, which would be splendid to see. Chelsea beating Leicester by 2-1 as it currently stands. Liverpool are not playing. They must be playing later. They are playing a later game against Burnley. So they will be looking to see what we're doing. Sancho with the corner. Haaland with a headed corner. A header in from the corner. 12th goal of the season from Haaland, and just short of 20 minutes gone, and we have taken the lead. Lovely corner from Sancho, and Haaland rises up. 3 defenders around him, rises up and puts that one in the back of the net. Luis Philip has got a booking, so we're going to go and tell him to calm down, as you would do. Seem to have gone off the ball for high scoring games at the minute. I'm still getting lots of shots and not really hitting the target, but seems to have gone off the boil slightly. But as long as we're winning, and we'll go to the dressing room. Outstretched arms, pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. I think that's a reasonable half-time talk. I don't think there's anything else really to add to that at this stage, and so we'll start the second half. Everybody happy with that team talk? Lots of green faces there. Tierney, long ball, looking for Haaland again, didn't find him on this occasion, and they have a counter-attack, a breakout from the defensive breakdown, and they've got through. Donnarumma, very tame shot, and Donnarumma was always getting down to that. I think that's possibly their first shot on target as well, and he got down for that one. In fact, the second shot on target possibly. Right. No, I thought we were nearer 60 minutes. We are. We're going to go a little bit longer. Nothing doing. 66 minutes gone, and everybody reasonably happy. I don't think you need to do a shout at the moment. Let's go down to positive, and do we need to do any changes here at the minute? Tempted to take Kowalski off because he's not playing particularly well, so we could bring Lacazette on for him and then swap these two around. Nelson in the middle there, Lacazette out wide. This gives us a bit more momentum down that right side, and there we go. Sheffield United 3 up at Crystal Palace now, and as we get close to 80 minutes, still not much doing in the way of Tierney's tired, and we can bring Guerrero on for him. So we'll do Guerrero switch at the back there. Henrique is tired again now. We have a throw in on that far side, which we will Guerrero with the throw, and it's not gone to anybody, but Henrique comes out and picks it up inside to Kessie. Kessie to Kimmich. Kimmich lobs the ball into the area, and they've missed this up, and Lacazette says thank you very much. Defensive error there. Headed ball back across. Why would you head it back across goal? And in the end, it was a very good assist from the West Ham defender. Goldson heads it back, and there was Haaland lurking behind this defender here, and Lacazette running into open space. Defender here is too far away from him, and there you go. Lacazette says thank you very much. All he had to do was bring it down, control it, bang, and that makes it look a bit more comfortable, pretty much like we have done for the last few games. Not really done a lot late goals, and yeah, it's So we're going to go to balance. We're going to protect that lead, see the game out, drop a bit of praise just to give everybody. Kessie and Thomas, we'll do that change right now. And looking at the stats, comprehensive really. 1.84 on the XG, 27 shots, only 10 on target. That's where we're not scoring the goals at the minute. Getting lots of shots, so we're getting the shots that we would normally get, level of shots, not getting them on target though. And I think that's the difference between winning by 5-6 goals that we were doing last season against this season. So pleased with your result and your performance, albeit you should have scored more goals, guys. How much longer can you keep this incredible run going for? I think if you look at our fixtures and our current form, this good run, absolutely confident is high and the team is playing well. Is there a chance that overconfidence can place it? It could become. I don't think so. There's steely resolve about these players. I think that's pretty much the standard thing. And as we finish this episode, Liverpool playing the late game, so we will feature that. Potentially they will be 1 point behind us once they've played, but as it currently stands, we're 3 points clear against Chelsea at the top. We will get that scoreline come through now as soon as this has updated. Here we go. Oh, we're going to the FA Cup first. Maybe we won't. We've got. Oh no, they've probably not played yet. The press conference we're going to send around as is usual. Perhaps we'll get it now. The late scores we do, and they beat Burnley by 1-0, and as expected, put some 1 point behind us in second place. So Manchester United were trailing us last season, Liverpool trailing us this season at the moment. 7 games gone. We have a 1 point advantage and a 3 goal difference at the top there, as that currently stands. All in all, not too bad an episode. A 3-0 win against Fenerbahce and a 2-0 win against West Ham. I think we will be reasonably happy with that. As previously mentioned, we will be back for Manchester United and Shakhtar in the next Champions League. So we'll see Shakhtar as the next Champions League, and then we will come back for Feyenoord and Burnley, I think it is. So 2 games reasonably close to 2 episodes reasonably close together, but at least gets us a chance to see all the teams in the Champions League group matches. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button to keep up to date with all the future episodes of this particular series and any new series as they are released. New episodes of Gunning for the Top are currently released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. and why not follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2 to keep up to date with all that's going on the channel and more, and when videos are released, of course, and any bonus stuff and all the rest of it. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode. And don't forget, the next episode is episode 28 and is out on Tuesday. Until then, have a good time. See you then. Bye now.